afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 as we begin another week and another milestone here on this program. The pet of the week is back in the studio.
Yes, we're all so excited. Puppies today, right?
Which this one?
Oh, that's worth it.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
That's coming up.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, watched a lot of golf.
So did I.
Grilled out.
Yes, yeah. Well, it was great yesterday.
Except for that wind.
Yeah.
It was solid, but yeah, it was
true.
A beautiful day today
Big
as well.
changes on the way weather-wise. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Enjoy the spring weather today because there's a big change coming our way. Leading to an alert day, Julian has the details.
The staff at nursing homes in Wisconsin are not as well boosted as you might think. Our Naomi Coles tells us about the disparity between the residents and those who take care of them. And
a judge sets a high bail for one of the men accused in the fatal shooting outside of the Dane County Jail. Let's take a look outside. Now, this is what April should feel and look like.
Beautiful, sunny and mild. Great day out there today.
But severe weather threat ahead. Julian is in the backyard. What are we looking at here?
Well, we are looking at, for just now, just a gorgeous day. Picture perfect as we're getting into the rest of our evening. But even still, as we take a look at our temperatures, well, we're around 61 degrees as of right now. Well, 63 was our high for today. So we're even above average. It was around 55 degrees around for today. So that just goes to show you how much great today really is for us. 64 degrees in Janesville with 62 over into our friends in Platteville. Many of us are into the 60s. It is just great out. The winds aren't even that bad here in Madison. A bit more towards the southwest, we can see those breezier conditions, but still not too bad of a day as we're getting things rolling for us. And all of the cloud cover that we saw just a bit earlier today has pretty much cleared itself out as we're getting into the rest of this evening. So one thing we are going to be talking about is the changes that are going to be coming, not from tonight's, because tonight we're looking at clear conditions and pretty cool conditions as well, but our alert day is going to be in the forecast for us. That's what we're going to be keeping our eye on, is that we are looking for some stormy conditions to start to roll in for us as we get into our Tuesday, and for our Sunday, as our Wednesday as well. We're looking for slight risk to be really impacting areas throughout southern Wisconsin, and that's where we're going to be keeping our eye on over the next few days as well. But aside from that, we do have our traffic as of right now still on the green here on the belt line, and as we take a look over towards the interstates, we are going to be looking pretty green to start off our conditions as of right now as well. So not too bad on the traffic, but again, we're going to be talking more about the severe weather threat that is ahead in just a couple of moments. Until then, we're going to go ahead and toss the best to you guys in the studio.
All right, Julian, thank you. Almost all of the highest risk group of people in Wisconsin, specifically those living in nursing homes, are vaccinated, boosted, and protected.
But for some staff in Wisconsin nursing homes, it's taking a bit longer to get boosted. Our Naomi Coles is here to explain the data. Naomi?
A federal mandate is in effect for initial COVID shots for nursing home employees, albeit quite a few qualified for religious or medical exemptions. But when it comes to boosters, only about 48% of already vaxxed nursing home staff have gotten the extra shot, which is on par for the nationwide average, but still well below the general vaxxed population booster rate in Wisconsin.
As we talk to our directors of nursing in the field, there is vaccine fatigue out there. And so people have said, I'll get vaccinated, but I'm gonna delay or think about or put off being boosted.
It varies widely by region. For example, many of Dane County's nursing homes have high booster rates, while many rural homes tend to lag behind. Now, it's also an issue of logistics and occasionally delayed data. I'll get into that more at 5 o'clock.
We will see you at 5. Thank you, Naomi. Federal and local officials are monitoring what they're characterizing as an uptick in COVID infections in some parts of the country, but they say the rise is no cause for alarm. Coronavirus infections, mostly driven by the BA2 subvariant, are rising, especially in the Northeast. In Philadelphia, cases have increased by more than 50% in the previous 10 days. Officials have reinstated an indoor mask mandate for public places.
I do believe we're going to see cases go up and down. Obviously, if it gets substantially worse, we're going to want to look at issues like masking. But at this moment, these numbers are still quite low.
White House coronavirus response coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha isn't recommending substantial masking changes at this point. In Washington, D.C., Congress has yet to approve new funding for the continued fight against the virus. The latest White House request is for $22.5 billion, while the Senate settled on a $10 billion compromise that has since been derailed. If it's passed, the deal would be paid for by repurposing unspent funds from the $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package that was enacted in March of last year.
As the strict COVID lockdown in China drags on, anger is boiling over onto the streets. In a furious rant caught on camera, this man says, quote, "The government is driving ordinary people to revolt. There is no way for me to live." While countries around the world are lifting pandemic restrictions, China is sticking to its zero COVID strategy of tackling outbreaks with mandatory isolation and mass testing. Shanghai has enforced some of the most rigid rules since the virus emerged in Wuhan in 2019. 25 million residents have been forced to stay put, not even allowed to walk their dogs. The only canines permitted on the streets are robots broadcasting tips on how to avoid infection.
Bail has been set at $1 million for one of the men accused in a deadly shooting in front of the Dane County Jail. 25-year-old Amond Galtney is charged with first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime and attempting to operate a vehicle to flee or elude an officer. Both of those charges are felonies. As a condition of his bond, Galtney is not allowed to possess any type of dangerous weapon or have any contact with family members of the victim. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for April 19th.
A statue outside the state capitol honoring the highest-ranking Wisconsin soldier to die in the Civil War, Hans Christian Hegg, will be rededicated during Memorial Day weekend. The statue, along with Lady Forward statue overlooking State Street on the opposite side of the Capitol, was torn down by protesters in the summer of 2020. The statue of Hegg, a Norwegian immigrant who became an American citizen and fought to abolish slavery before dying at the age of 33, had stood outside the Wisconsin State Capitol's King Street entrance since 1926, when Norwegian citizens presented it to state officials.
2 dogs were killed this morning in a residential fire in rural Rock County. The house was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived at the scene in the town of Bradford. That's near Clinton. One occupant safely escaped the fire, but unfortunately the 2 dogs died in the fire. Initial damage estimates exceed $140,000.
Crews started resurfacing 8 miles of Highway 18151 in western Dane County. During construction, traffic on the highway will be reduced to a single lane between Town Hall Road in Mount Horeb and the Dane and Iowa County border. Local access is still provided for area businesses and residents. Construction is scheduled to be completed by this November. Ukraine has warned citizens in the eastern part of the country to flee ahead of a renewed Russian invasion of that part of Ukraine.
Russia has pulled its forces out of northern Ukraine and is now redirecting them to the east. Natalie Brand has the latest from the White House.
U.S. officials say Russia has appointed a new general, Alexander Dvernikov, to lead the war in Ukraine. That same general was in charge in Syria, where Russia is accused of war crimes.
Those same brutal tactics, that same disregard for civilian life and civilian infrastructure will probably continue as they now focus in a more geographically confined area in the Donbass.
Russia is reinforcing its troops in eastern Ukraine with satellite images showing an 8-mile-long convoy believed to be headed to the Donbass region. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky expressed concern about the battle in the Donbass and Mariupol with CBS's Scott Pelley on 60 Minutes.
What are you expecting now in the east and in the south? We think this will be a new wave of this war. We don't know how much Russian weaponry there will be, but we understand there'll be many times more than there is now.
Mariupol's mayor tells the Associated Press more than 10,000 civilians have been killed as the fight rages on. President Biden and India's Prime Minister discussed the atrocities in Ukraine during a virtual meeting on Monday. The administration is trying to urge India not to increase its imports of Russian energy.
The United States and India are going to continue our close consultation on how to manage the destabilizing effects of this Russian war.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi says he's spoken several times with Presidents Putin and Zelensky and has appealed for peace and direct talks between the two. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
And CBS News has learned that nearly 10,000 undocumented Ukrainians have been processed by U.S. border officials in the past 2 months.
The Department of Homeland Security says thousands of refugees displaced by Russia's invasion of Ukraine have traveled to Mexico, hoping to request refuge in the United States. Senator Tammy Baldwin was in Platteville today to tour a fire station that she helped attain federal funding for. The staff at the fire department showed off the changes that they were able to make to their garage that helps them operate more efficiently. Other dignitaries joined the tour as the fire chief showed Senator Baldwin how the station works. She discussed why she made the stop in Platteville in her own words.
Well, I think it's to demonstrate that you cannot continue to neglect infrastructure and that we need to build it back and build it back in a more resilient fashion.
Baldwin said the health of the country's infrastructure is critical to the U.S. remaining as a world leader.
President Biden and his Justice Department announced new executive regulations to address homemade weapons known as ghost guns. Ghost guns are homemade firearms that can be assembled using a 3D printer or with kits purchased online. They lack serial numbers, which means it's impossible for law enforcement to trace. The new proposed rules would require gun makers to include serial numbers, be federally licensed, run background checks, and keep purchase records as long as they're in business.
Because of these updates, law enforcement will have additional crime gun intelligence to stop gun violence.
The new regulations are likely to face lawsuits from manufacturers and gun rights groups. Today, the president also announced the nomination of Steve Dettelbach as head of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, or ATF. President Biden nominated the former Ohio U.S. attorney after he pulled his previous nominee due to bipartisan concerns from lawmakers. If confirmed, Dettelbach will become the first permanent ATF director in 7 years.
Scottie Scheffler entered the Masters as the #1 player in golf, and he left the tournament with a green jacket. Scheffler dominated the field, finishing 10 under par to earn his first major championship. Tiger Woods finished 23 shots behind, but said his return to tournament golf was absolutely worth it. The drama built over the first couple of holes as Scheffler's 3-stroke lead was cut to 1, and just as it might get even closer, Scheffler shut the door with a spectacular chip on the 3rd hole.
Honestly, having that one go in was such a surprise. I didn't really know how to react. I was just trying to get up there somewhere near the hole, and to have that one go in was definitely, a fortunate break.
No one would get closer than 3 strokes the rest of the day, and Scheffler lived his childhood dream of walking up the 18th fairway at Augusta, a Masters champion. The 25-year-old from Dallas had never won on the PGA Tour until February. He's now won 4 times in the last 8 weeks and becomes the world's #1 ranked golfer in record time. As for Tiger, he finished off his magical week with a warm ovation on the 18th green, and then said he felt good enough that he plans to play the British Open at St. Andrews later this summer.
What a comeback for him.
It was inspiring to see that.
And Scheffler is 25.
Yes, yep.
Years old.
I know, it's incredible.
It was a great tournament. Well, there's more to come at 4. A hedgehog takes over the weekend box office.
Film critic Will Loper has the numbers and lets us know what to watch and what to skip when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big Spring Thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our Spring Thaw sale. Save 22% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Everyone remembers the moment they heard, "You have cancer," how their world stopped, and when they found a way to face it. For some, this is where their Keytruda story begins. Keytruda, a breakthrough immunotherapy that may treat certain cancers. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
Today, Keytruda is FDA approved to treat 16 types of advanced cancer and is being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See the different types of cancer Keytruda is approved to treat at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda can be part of your story.
Allergies just try to stop us being the greatest versions of ourselves. Allegra lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, so trees, you won't take us down.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin, so dust, you won't wipe us out.
And unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make us drowsy. So fur, you won't phase us. When allergies attack, take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. Live
your
greatness.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, parents, does your baby have what it takes to be the 2022 Gerber baby?
Parents can now submit photos of their smiling infants in the 2022 photo search. The winner will earn the title of spokesbaby and chief growing officer. He or she will be featured on the baby food company's social media channels and its ad campaigns throughout the year. They'll also get a $25,000 prize. Gerber says an irresistible giggle is strongly preferred, in addition to an undeniable, lovable personality. Parents and guardians of kids up to 4 years old can submit photos and videos of them smiling and giggling to Gerber's portal before Friday.
Mattel is taking a step toward more environmentally friendly toys. The company released its carbon neutral products, including a Matchbox Tesla model produced with recycled items. In order to partly accomplish this move, the brand bought carbon offsets from Canada's Darkwood Forests Conservation Project. Carbon offsets allow companies to take steps like protecting a forest so that carbon emissions are offset. Some climate experts are criticizing this action, though, saying fossil fuels are still being used in the creation of toys.
Stocks slid as investors took to the start of the corporate earnings seasons this week. The Dow Industrials fell 413 points, closing at 34,308. The NASDAQ fell 299 points. The S&P 500 gave up 75. Well, it was a big weekend at the box office with a surprising #1 film.
Our film critic Will Loper has the numbers and suggestions on what to watch.
Hey, Mark and Susan. A spiky blue hedgehog raced to the top of the box office, exceeding expectations to make a whopping $71 million.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Name's Tails.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Step 1, light taunting. Step 2, I have no idea.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 once more finds our video game character facing off against Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, as well as a new enemy, Knuckles, voiced by Idris Elba.
You rock some kind of space porcupine.
I am an echidna warrior.
This sequel is more of the same of the first Sonic, which is to say, perfectly fine. And besides some CGI spectacle and a wild Jim Carrey every now and then, it's mostly forgettable.
That wasn't too bad.
A movie completely decimated at the box office, however, was the newest film by Michael Bay, Ambulance.
I need an extra man.
I came here for a loan.
Look, have I ever gotten you anything that I couldn't get you out of? It's time for you to do something for your family.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II play brothers who hijack an ambulance after stealing millions from a bank.
Easy. You want to drive or can I drive?
Operating on a budget of only $40 million, which is Dollar Tree prices after Bay's last Transformer movie had a budget of over $260 million. This movie still managed to pack in the action. But your ability to enjoy it will depend on how much you can stomach Michael Bay's new toy, a drone that never stops moving and is more likely to make you ill than provide a thrill.
Officers down in front of the bank, automatic weapons being fired.
Now, every so often, a movie comes along that's so unique and so inventive, it makes all the Sonics and Michael Bay explosions of the world fade away. That movie is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mrs. Wang. Mrs. Wang.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us? I am paying attention.
Michelle Yeoh plays Evelyn, a laundromat owner with a depressing life who suddenly finds herself accessing all the other lives she could have led, including one in which she's a kung fu master.
Across the multiverse, I've seen thousands of Evelyns. You can access all their memories, their emotions, even their skills.
That's all the plot I'll reveal, except to say it's the most creative, emotional, wild roller coaster ride of a movie in years. And in particular, Ke-Huy Quan, known most for his work as Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, makes his return to acting after 20 years and turns out a truly fantastic performance. I don't know what you're waiting for. Go and see Everything Everywhere All at Once now. But if you're looking for something a little more low-key without ambulance chases or multiverses, check out Our Great National Parks on Netflix Wednesday. For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
That looks good.
That looks really good. And the summer blockbusters are coming.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
Yep.
Get ready for that. Well, after more than a 2-year absence, the Pet of the Week returns to the studio.
And we might as well start off with a bang. There she is, Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society has Harry the puppy here today.
8 weeks.
Oh my goodness, look at that face. Harry's looking for a forever home, and we'll meet him when Live at 4 continues.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Enough! This doom and gloom ends now.
It's time for a brighter view. Let the sun shine in with 2-for-1 windows from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
2-for-1 windows from Feldco ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
Since I left for college, my dad has gotten back into some of his old hobbies. And now he's taking Trulicity. And it looks like he's gotten into some new, healthier habits, too.
What changes are you making for your type 2 diabetes? Maybe it's time to try Trulicity. It's proven to help lower A1C. that could help you lose up to 10 pounds. And it's only taken once a week, so it can fit into your busy life. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. The choices you make can help control your A1C. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Since I left for college, my dad has gotten back into some of his old hobbies. And now he's taking Trulicity. And it looks like he's gotten into some new, healthier habits, too.
What changes are you making for your type 2 diabetes? Maybe it's time to try Trulicity. It's proven to help lower A1C. It could help you lose up to 10 pounds. And it's only taken once a week, so it can fit into your busy life. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. The choices you make can help control your A1C. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Take a look at this.
What's this one?
Sensory Gothic.
5-year-old Sebastian really enjoys fonts. Along with reading and writing, he's creating chalk art in his favorite fonts on the sidewalk outside his New Mexico home. Sebastian is autistic, also has hyperlexia, which is advanced reading skills and abilities far beyond his age. He knows the alphabet in 10 languages and the periodic table by heart.
Oh, wow. He's 5 years old.
And those are perfect examples of those fonts.
They are perfect, yeah.
Oh, he's a prodigy.
That's incredible.
That's amazing.
He has gifts.
He has gifts.
Absolutely. Wow. I wish I had that gift.
What, fonts or just in general?
I mean, just being able to read far past my age at 5 years old, I mean, that kind of literacy is amazing to have at such a young age.
Hopefully he has a bright future in front of him.
I'm sure he does.
Absolutely.
We got some severe weather possibly in front of us.
Yeah, our future is not looking so bright. As we're going to be looking at some severe weather, we're going to give you all the details of what we know coming up in just a few moments, folks. So get prepared for severe weather just ahead.
Family is just very important.
She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene, Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst, or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching, or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Things were really starting to turn worse for my mom. They basically said, that's all we can do.
Right to try is hope when there is no hope.
We had done research on the Zysami. Apparently it was still in stage 3 clinical trials.
She couldn't have that medication unless it was for the Right to Try Act and Senator Johnson's work.
This is 3 days after the treatment, and you can see the difference. You know, without the efforts of Senator Johnson, my mom wouldn't be here today.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Are you overloaded with debt? 13 may be your lucky number. No interest Chapter 13 debt repayment. Protect your assets, pay your debts, get a lower payment that you can afford. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 13 repayment plans start at only $275 a month. To see if you qualify, on your phone, from your home, statewide, call now or visit us online. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we're going to dive right into our weather for us as we are looking at some quieter conditions as we get into the rest of our Monday evening, thanks to that high pressure, which is settled into the upper Midwest. But to our friends just into the south, we can see a band of some storms are starting to track their way a bit more east. But where we are going to be keeping our eye on is this low, which is bringing in snow to the Great Plains, is going to start to travel its way east and will be bringing in some rain, storms, and even more severe weather as we go from our Tuesday nights into our Wednesday. So that's what we're going to be getting into as of right now. Our alert day is for Tuesday nights into our Wednesday afternoon and early evening hours. Severe thunderstorms are going to be possible between that time frame, so that's what we're going to be really keying in on. High winds and hail look to be our main threats. However, we cannot rule out the possibility of an isolated tornado to spin up. Now, this is what we're going to be seeing for us going into Tuesday. As we can see, much of the areas just west of Dane County are into that slight risk for seeing severe weather. However, that enhanced a bit more of that brownish color on your screen, that's the enhanced risk of seeing severe weather. That's mainly for central Iowa, which is trying to stretch its way a bit more to the eastern side, but we're all just going to be looking at, as of right now, slight risks of severe weather. And that's going to be going into our Wednesday, which is going to be blanketing all of southern Wisconsin for us and a bit more to the central area as well, even into northern Illinois as we get into the rest of our Wednesday. So that's what we're going to be keeping an eye on. And again, it's going to be a reminder for you to make sure that you have your severe weather plan ready to go, especially for that late overnight from Tuesday nights going into our Wednesday morning. But as of right now, again, it's going to be on the quiet side. As we get into Tuesday, we are going to see just some warmer starts for our morning, but not going to be seeing much in terms of cloud cover or even precipitation until we get into that 5 p.m. commute. Then some showers and maybe even some storms will start to pop up, but they will be on the weaker side until we get into our Tuesday night. That's what we're going to be looking at. Around 11 p.m., could be even a little bit earlier or even a little later, we're going to be seeing some storms starting to reach their way in from eastern Iowa, coming into areas from Crawford even to Grant County and start to stretch their way across overnight into our early Wednesday morning. Now, for our Wednesday 7:30 around commute time, still looking at some pop-up showers that could be sticking around for us. Not a lot in terms of storms, but we are going to be keeping an eye on going into our commute. Once again, around the 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., even into 7. The storm coming in from its south, and it will start to stretch its way across southern Wisconsin, and really will be impacting from Dane County, Greene, and Rock, and areas just to the north as well. So that's one thing we got to keep our eye on, because we are looking at substantial amounts of rainfall over the course of this entirety of this event. From 1 to 1.5, some areas could even see 2 inches of rainfall collectively over the 48-hour period of this system. Now, on top of that, we are looking at gusting winds to really start to kick off as we get into our Tuesday overnight hours, and especially as we get into our Thursday as well. And once again, in terms of severe weather, we are about 24 hours out from it. So make sure that you have your game plan ready to go. Now's the time to practice your severe weather plan and have everything that you need in order to stay safe and keep you and your family and your loved ones safe as well. And as we take a look after Wednesday, well, we are going to be seeing a drop-off as temperatures will be back into the 40s, and we're going to hold and maintain that over the next future. As we get into the next few days, temperatures are going to be relatively on the cooler side, and we are going to see potentially some showers to pop up, but much more drier trend ahead after such a hectic Wednesday.
All right, we'll keep an eye on
Somebody took your place, Julian. Sorry about that.
I know, it's okay. It's an adorable. Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a boy. It's Harry.
So cute.
It's time for Potentially Yours here on Live at 4. And Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society is here. Tell us about this little guy.
His name is Harry, out of the Harry Potter saga.
Oh, so it's the Harry.
It's the Harry, and he's quite magical with how loving he is.
He is so calm and sweet. How old is he?
He just turned 2 months a few days ago.
And what breed?
He is a Labrador Retriever Pitty Mix. So
his coloring is so beautiful. Well, he's got those sharp little puppy teeth, little shark teeth.
Yeah, he's just a little.
Why don't we look out this way? Oh, sorry.
There you go. Oh, look at him.
So he
adorable.
came from Alabama?
He came from Alabama a couple weeks ago, so.
What kind of a home do you think he would really do well in?
Oh, I think any home that's gonna just shower him with love, affection, playtime, treats, and of course, learning his manners because he's a puppy, so he's got lots to learn. He's just so excited about the world.
He's just really tired right now. He's had a long day. He's coming out here.
He's been running around the studio. Now he's just going to crash.
Exactly. So
oh, he's
he had
so
fun, though.
sweet.
Oh,
so precious.
So can people come into the Humane Society now if they want to see the pets that are available?
Can. Yes, they can. They could come anytime that we're open. We open at noon Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So we're back to normal in terms of restrictions.
But if you want to meet an animal, you need an appointment.
You can make your appointment while you're looking at them. So we do have a wait list that's online, and you can see it in the shelter as well. And as long as the wait list is open to meet the animals, you can schedule your appointment right then and there.
And you have a warning for folks about yard work in springtime?
We do. So it's baby season for wildlife too.
He's crying.
So we're just asking everyone to be a little proactive before you start your yard work. Check your lawn, do a survey, check for bunny fur, because a lot of times bunny fur will line the baby rabbits' home, their nest. And then before you start trimming your trees, to also look for active nests. And if you could then postpone maybe your work for 3 to 4 weeks to let those babies fly off or hop off, that would be wonderful.
So don't, excuse not to mow the lawn.
Right.
Exactly.
All right.
Put it off for another week.
Our dog from last time, Tin, is now Timmy?
Timmy.
And he's still available?
Yes, he is. He's a very good dog. He did have an appointment with a visit today, but hopefully we'll get him a home soon.
Look at those ears on him.
Oh, I know, he's so
cute. A sweet boy.
Do you have a lot of dogs available for adoption right now?
We don't have a ton. We have probably about 20, but we're getting more on Thursday.
Okay.
Look at that face on him.
I know, isn't he cute? So
all right, let's get
all right, Harry
home. His sister was supposed to come out, but she got adopted already, so
she did.
That's good news.
Oh, that is good news. Oh, he couldn't be sweeter.
Go to giveshelter.org to check out Harry and all the animals available at the Dane County Humane Society. Good to see you in person again.
Good to see you.
Great to have you back.
Over 2 years. All right. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, and then, well, something's coming up at 4, but tell us what's coming up at 5.
There's more to come at 4, and then coming up next hour at 5. The largest solar farm in the state could be built in Dane County. We'll have more on the plan and why some are opposing its construction coming up at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Who's on it with Jardiance?
We're 25 million prescriptions strong. We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk.
We're working up a sweat before coffee and saying no thanks to a Boston cream.
Jardiance is a once daily pill that can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease. So it can help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Jardiance lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
We're on it.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Menards has a huge selection of household products that you use every day. Energizer Max batteries provide long-lasting power to all of your devices. 16 packs of AA and AAA batteries are $5.99 after 11% rebate. Make cleanups quick and easy with big savings on Libman products. Great on many surfaces. The Wonder Mop is tough on stubborn dirt and is just $6.99 after 11% rebate. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This month, shop Centenarian's semi-annual sale. We offer the largest luxury vinyl selection in Madison, carpet collections, timeless hardwood flooring options, and more. Centenarian's semi-annual sale has savings of up to 30% off in every department. Local, sustainable Centenarians.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
The 9-5 booster rates are significantly lower among Wisconsin nursing home staff. We dig deeper into that federal data.
An alert day is in the forecast from Tuesday night through Wednesday for the potential for severe weather. There's the possibility for hail, high winds, and for even a tornado. I'll take a look at the severe weather threat and when it's most likely to occur at 5.
Then at 6, the largest solar farm in the state could be built in Dane County, but some are opposing the plan. And find out how a local coffee company is raising money to support a worthy cause. That's coming up tonight at 6. Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Nashville, Tennessee. The CMT Awards are there tonight. 61 degrees outside. You can watch them on...
rainy?
A little rainy. You can watch the awards right here on CBS. Well, not many folks have a chance to make it to 100 years old.
For one woman in the 608, age is just a number.
Josh Breiter has her story from Sauk City.
How you doing today, Grandma? Fidelia Brunig is always on the move. Even her biggest birthday yet,
I'm full 100.
couldn't stop her. Dale, as everyone calls her, turned 100 years young this month, and on that day, she had one wish.
They said I was going to ride the fire truck. You know, I started seeing that a while back already, but now I'm not so sure.
Well, signage and all, her family went all out, with a big red fire truck waiting for her right outside of Maplewood of Sauk Prairie.
I'm fascinated with it, just like my kids. You know, that they belong to these things and members. And
firefighting is in her family's blood. Her son, Doug, the former Sauk City fire chief, helping make her dream come true.
They tell me now it's a pretty big step, but then again, they said they could just all pick me up and set me there.
All right. Street by street, Dale, along with her 4 kids, paraded around Sauk City, where she's lived for 76 years, passing schools with waving students. The house she still owns and lived in up until last year, and even Culver's headquarters. Giving Dale the birthday shout-out she deserves.
You have no idea how precious my kids are to me. I will do anything that I'd have to do.
She's also not afraid to admit her stubbornness.
It's set in my ways, and boy, oh boy. And when they put something together, I always have to look at it, and if it's done the way it should be done.
When I asked Dale what advice she has for the rest of us in living a long and happy life, she told me, don't sit still and eat well.
Right now I don't eat quite so much, but boy, could I shovel it down.
Big waves.
Stay active, busy, and keep moving.
Big waves.
Good
Oh,
advice.
that is so great.
Along with her 4 children, Dale has 7 grandchildren.
And 14 great-grandchildren. She's also a breast cancer survivor and made it through a heart attack last year.
Wow. Good for her.
Oh, what a day.
Congratulations. Well, still to come at 4, the process of caring for an aging parent can be a lot of things.
That's true. Our next guest chronicles them all in a new book. It's called Winter Stars, an elderly mother, an aging son, and life's final journey. Former broadcaster Dave Iverson is with us. He'll join us when Live at 4 continues.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
Floor & Decor, my go-to to get it all. Tile, wood, stone, and laminate, they've got it. Installation materials, yep, and all the tools I need, they've got those too. More importantly, they've got my back with benefits and services I actually want, and a pro app that makes my job easier. Floor & Decor just gets it. That means I get more done.
At Floor & Decor, whether you're looking for everyday low pricing on in-stock job lot quantities and installation materials, or a powerful partner to help take your business to the next level, we've got you covered. Discover Floor & Decor today.
Things were really starting to turn worse for my mom. They basically said, that's all we can do.
Right to try is hope when there is no hope.
We had done research on the Zysamy. Apparently was still in stage 3 clinical trials.
She couldn't have that medication unless it was for the Right to Try Act and Senator Johnson's work.
This is 3 days after the treatment, and you can see the difference. You know, without the efforts of Senator Johnson, my mom wouldn't be here today.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis. Take aim at chronic kidney disease by talking to your doctor and asking about Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Farxiga.
And with a quick update to our traffic, we see along the Beltline still all green, and the same goes for the interstate. However, for some small residential roads, especially on Fish Hatch, we are looking at some slow spots to kick off our evening commute. That's going to do it for our traffic. Over to you guys on the couch.
All right, Julian, thank you. Firefighters in California worked to contain a structure fire so massive and hot it was detected in space. The 5-alarm blaze broke out at the San Jose Home Depot, causing chaos and forcing evacuations of the store and a nearby animal hospital. Thankfully, no injuries reported, but the massive fire took more than 6 hours to contain and destroy the store. The resulting plume of black smoke could be seen for miles around, and the heat signature was picked up by a satellite in space.
That's incredible.
Big fire. Well, longtime Wisconsin residents will finally remember the name Dave Iverson.
The broadcaster and filmmaker of more than 20 documentaries for PBS, you'll recall co-hosted the popular Friday night show Weekend on Wisconsin Public Television for a decade.
Now Dave has written a book about his experience being a caretaker for his mother in her final years. It's called Winter Stars: An Elderly Mother, an Aging Son, and Life's Final Journey. Dave's here now. Welcome back to Madison.
Great to see you, friend.
It's like time has stood still.
Welcome back to Madison.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here.
So what does the title mean?
Well, the title Winter Stars actually comes from a conversation I had with my mom. It was our last Christmas together. And at that point, she was 104, soon to be 105. And she was, you know, dementia had taken its toll, and she couldn't speak terribly clearly anymore. But on this particular night, she was calm and quiet, and we had this lovely moment together. And then she said to me, I feel lucky. And she said it with more clarity than anything I'd heard her say in a long time. And then I asked her, well, can you tell me why, Mom? And she paused, and then she looked up at me with eyes as bright as winter stars, and she said, because there's love all around.
Oh, wow, that's getting to me. The interview just started, Dave. This book is really a love letter to your mom. Is it? I mean, I wish I had had a chance to know her. She sounds like a true steel magnolia.
Yeah, she was something else. She was the kind of person who would get up every day and think, well, what can I get done today? And that continued until her late 90s. You know, she was passionate about civic life, registering voters, tutoring people at the county jail, passionate about Stanford sports, was a huge fan, made calls for Barack Obama, in 2008. And so in a way, it was sort of startling when she was no longer able to be the person she had always been.
So you moved in with her. Tell us the story.
Yeah. Well, I was a 59-year-old broadcaster at the time, like you guys, in the San Francisco Bay Area. And my mom had done really well. She was 95 at the time, but she had a bad case of pneumonia, and it was clear that she wouldn't be able to live alone anymore at home. My dad had died some years before. And I just thought, well, I'm here. I'm busy, but I can do this. My life is full, but it's flexible. And I'm nearby. And my mom and I had a very, very close relationship. And so I thought, well, I'll just do this. And I was fortunate to have caregivers who could be with her during the day so that I could keep working. So I didn't quit working. I kept working. But of course, I was spectacularly naive about what that would entail. It was humbling, challenging, frustrating, anger-provoking. I learned more about my capacity for anger than I ever knew, but also in the end, deeply rewarding. And not only with my relationship with my mom, but with the relationship with the caregivers who were there during the day, who I became very close to and who I have so much regard and admiration and gratitude for.
You know, when you moved in with your mom, you didn't realize she would live another decade.
Well, right.
She lived until 105.
Yeah, and 5. Yeah, I had the kind of illusion that, well, she's 95. This is going to be sort of a short-term thing, Well, not so much.
Well, millions of us, all of us, will eventually make this journey and become caretakers. So what is your wisdom and advice? What lies ahead? It's a complicated question because you didn't really know what you were getting yourself into.
No, not at all. I mean, I think it's really important, and part of why I wanted to write the book was so that we would have this conversation. We face an elder care crisis in this country, Someone turns 65 in this country every 8 seconds. So over the course of your 4 o'clock newscast, 700 people more in this country have turned 65. So we're facing this, we don't talk about it, and I think we must. And I think we have to recognize how important it is to care for the elderly and to provide loving care. I was lucky. We had the resources to have that, and I could keep working, but so many people don't, and we need to wake up to that. But I think also be ready for what you can gain from that. I learned so much, Sue and Mark. I learned so much about myself, but also about what care can mean and what it can provide. And that changed me, humbled me, reoriented me, I guess, more than probably any other life experience. So think hard about it if you're considering it. Realize what you're in for, but realize what you're in for in positive ways, too.
And what a gift it is to have that time with her. Yeah.
We're just scratching the surface here. We can hear more about the book tomorrow night. Doug Moe will be hosting a conversation with Dave Iverson. It's at 6 p.m. in person at the Mystery to Me bookstore, or you can watch a live stream on Crowdcast. You can register at mysterytomebooks.com. Dave, what a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you
and what an
experience.
Really love it. Congratulations. Great to see you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, the final check of your forecast coming up.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about our $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
I come here to do homework because they have free Wi-Fi. They don't say anything as long as I buy something.
When there's a lot of noise, it's hard to focus. But I listen to music to try and drown it out. When the Wi-Fi cuts out, I can't finish my homework. That's why I started getting D's.
millions of children rely on public Wi-Fi to study. U.S. Cellular is donating up to $13 million in hotspots to help youth in need, because every child deserves the same opportunity to learn.
In the military, we call it dereliction of duty. Ron Johnson is supposed to serve Wisconsin. Instead, he served himself. An investigation found Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. That's a dereliction of duty. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Tonight at 5, booster rates are significantly lower among Wisconsin nursing home staff members. We dig deeper into the federal data. And Senator Tammy Baldwin visits a Platteville fire station this morning. How federal dollars are benefiting the department. That's tonight at 5.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
We have an alert day in the forecast for Tuesday night into Wednesday evening. Meteorologist Gary Canolzi will give you the details coming up at 5.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Did your or your neighbor's roof take a beating this season?
I'll call Feldco.
Right now, get 30% off a new roof from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
30% off Feldco roofing ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women or in men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
In today's Final Touch, and then there were 3.
3 Kmart stores, that is. This Kmart store in Avenel, New Jersey will permanently close this week. That means there'll only be 3 Kmarts left in the United States. At one point, Kmart employed more than 300,000 people, had 2,440 stores. Kmart's decline has been slow but steady, brought about by years of falling sales, changing in shopping habits, and Walmart's looming shadow. Kmart struggled to compete with Walmart's low prices and Target's trendier offerings. The retail chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in early 2002, becoming the largest U.S. retailer to take that step. Experts predict the remaining 3 stores will close within months. The 3 remaining stores are in Westwood, New Jersey, Long Island, New York, and Miami, Florida.
End of an era.
The blue light special is gone. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.